This afternoon in the case of an Orange County man charged with murdering and sexually assaulting her dead body. Brian Santana has been ruled competent to stand trial. Now, this comes after the judge ordered he undergo a mental evaluation because of his bizarre behavior in court yesterday. So today, the trial moves forward. News 13's Amanda McKenzie joins us from outside the Orange County Courthouse with the very latest. Amanda?
Well, Jackie, a judge deemed Brian Santana competent to stand trial after a doctor who did his mental evaluation said he was faking a mental illness in order to escape the responsibility of a trial. But after yesterday's incident, this judge is not taking any chances that Santana may act out again in court. Santana's feet will be shackled during the trial, and if he causes a disruption, a special response team officer has the authority to issue an electrical shock that would be painful and debilitating in the presence of the jury. Santana is facing a first-degree murder charge, accused of killing his roommate Shelby Fazio and defiling her dead body. He is also charged with killing her dog and attempting to kill his other roommate, John Hermance. In opening statements, the defense told the jury that Santana has psychological issues. That argument may not hold up against the prosecution since the doctor's mental evaluation deemed him competent.
We failed. We failed to reach out to him, to save him, to cure him. And that's what the facts are going to show. Is Mr. Santana needed help.
He had planned everything. This was absolutely, unequivocally premeditated first-degree murder. He talks about removing the light bulbs in the living room, just in case one of them tried to turn the light switch on and the neighbor saw them struggle.
Now, we just heard from John Hermance, who took the stand, and he described what happened when he came home, saw blood, and was attacked by Santana with pepper spray and a knife. Now, the prosecution and defense will continue to call witnesses today, and the judge believes this case may wrap up in the next couple of days. Reporting from the Orange County Courthouse, Amanda McKenzie, News 13.
The trial of an Orange County man charged with murdering and sexually assaulting his roommate's dead body continued today after a judge declared him competent. This morning, a psychologist said Brian Santana tried to fake a split personality disorder during his mental health evaluation. Now the trial is moving forward with witnesses and crime scene experts. News 13's Amanda McKenzie joins us live from the Orange County Courthouse with the latest. And Amanda, we want to warn our viewers that the testimony in this murder trial was quite graphic and disturbing.
Yes, Marla, the prosecution called a crime scene investigator to the stand, and the photos and details are just too graphic to share. But from what was said, we now know more about what happened the day Brian Santana went on a violent and bloody attack and how he may have planned to murder his two roommates. Brian Santana sat motionless next to his attorneys as law enforcement officials and one of his victims took the stand. John Hermance says he came home after work and saw Santana washing his hands. He went to go knock on his roommate, Shelby Fazio's door, because she wasn't answering her phone. But when he glanced at Santana's room, he saw a large amount of blood on his floor. That's when Santana attacked.
He came at me, pepper sprayed me. I tried to knock the knife out of his hand and was successful in doing that.
Hermance was able to get away and call 911. Law enforcement responded to the scene where they found the body of Shelby Fazio.
She was naked.
Crime scene investigators say it was a bloody massacre. Two messages were written on the walls in blood. One was an apology to his family. The other said he was not sorry for what he did. Hours later, Orlando police located Santana at a barber shop.
He said, "You got me. I killed my roommate."
Fazio's family and friends sat in the courtroom during this testimony. Some could not stay in the room or continue to look at the evidence. Now, the jury has also heard from investigators about what was found on Santana's computers, and Google searches may prove that this murder was premeditated. Now, more witnesses will be called to the stand tomorrow, and the judge predicts this trial could be over by the end of this week. Live from the Orange County Courthouse, Amanda McKenzie, News 13.
The trial for an Orange County man accused of murdering and sexually assaulting his roommate continues this afternoon. Brian Santana is facing life in prison for killing 23-year-old Shelby Fazio, her dog, and attempting to kill another roommate. News 13's Amanda McKenzie joins us live outside the Orange County Courthouse with the very latest. And today, more graphic and disturbing video evidence was shared with the jury, Amanda?
That's right, Jackie. A real stomach-churning morning in court as video showing the crime scene with the bloody, violent massacre was presented to the jury. Now, it was all too graphic to share with our viewers, but all while this video was being played, Brian Santana sat motionless and transfixed on the screen. Now, Shelby Fazio's family from Michigan tearfully sat in court again today as more evidence was brought before the jury. Her mother also took the stand for the purpose of identifying some of Shelby's personal checks that did not match her signature.
And do you know your daughter's signature?
Yes, I do.
And at the bottom on the signature line on that check, does that appear to be your daughter's signature?
Absolutely not.
The prosecution explained that after Brian Santana allegedly murdered Shelby, he stole her money, checkbook, and car. The video of Santana's interview with investigators was also shown to the jury this morning. Santana was recorded saying that he enjoyed killing Shelby and her dog. Now, there was some concern over that video being shown to the jury because it talked about his joy of killing animals, which is information the defense says should have been left out during this trial. So they motioned for a mistrial, and it was denied by the judge. For now, we're live at the Orange County Courthouse. Amanda McKenzie, News 13.
Now, the latest breaking news.
Once again, the verdict is in. Brian Santana is guilty in the murder of his roommate and of defiling her dead body. Prosecutors said Brian Santana choked and stabbed 23-year-old Shelby Fazio and had sex with her body after she died. Brian Santana did not testify in his own defense. News 13's Amanda McKenzie joins us live from the Orange County Courthouse now with more. Amanda.
Well, Marla, this guilty verdict comes as no surprise to the prosecution. From Santana's taped confession to his DNA evidence being found on the victim at the crime scene, the jury found him guilty on all charges, including first-degree murder. Now, during the trial, the defense never denied any of the facts or the allegations. Instead, their argument centered around Santana's need for mental health treatment. Yet in a taped confession, Santana admitted that he knew what he did was wrong and actually enjoyed killing his roommate, Shelby Fazio, last October.
The video we watched this afternoon about the help that he tried to get. On a number of occasions, he reached out to friends.
He premeditated first-degree murder. You heard him tell you how he's been planning. He planned for the roommates to be dead. And he wanted them both dead. I don't care which one came home first.
The state said Santana also killed Fazio's dog and tried to kill his other roommate, John Hermance. Prosecutors argued that these attacks were planned based on evidence from Google searches and that he removed light bulbs from the home so neighbors would not see what was happening inside. Santana even wrote messages on the wall in blood saying he wasn't sorry for what he did and even took pictures of himself posing at the crime scene. Now, the state did not pursue the death penalty in Santana's murder case. Rather, they are pursuing life in prison. Now, Shelby Fazio's family flew in from Michigan to attend this trial, and the judge says he will be sentenced today. Live from the Orange County Courthouse, Amanda McKenzie, News 13.
Now, the latest breaking news.
The verdict is in. Brian Santana is guilty in the murder of his roommate and guilty of defiling her dead body. Prosecutors said Santana choked and stabbed 23-year-old Shelby Fazio and had sex with her body after she died. Jurors agreed. Brian Santana did not testify in his own defense. News 13's Amanda McKenzie joins us now from the Orange County Courthouse with the latest. Amanda.
Well, Marla, this guilty verdict is a tragic relief for Shelby Fazio's family. At Santana's sentencing, Shelby's mother cried and said this is a nightmare that she just won't wake up from. Her father also spoke and said he would give anything to have one more minute with his daughter and her beloved dog. They flew in from Michigan for this trial, having to sit through horrific testimony and evidence. During the trial, the defense never denied any of the evidence, like Santana's taped confession or his DNA found on the victim at the crime scene. Instead, their argument centered around Santana's need for mental health treatment. Yet in a taped confession, Santana admitted that he knew what he did was wrong and actually enjoyed killing his roommate, Shelby Fazio, last October.
The video we watched this afternoon about the help that he tried to get. On a number of occasions, he reached out to friends.
He premeditated first-degree murder. You heard him tell you how he's been planning. He planned for the roommates to be dead. And he wanted them both dead. He didn't care which one came home first.
The state said Santana also killed Fazio's dog and tried to kill his other roommate, John Hermance. Prosecutors argued that these attacks were planned based on evidence from Google searches and that he removed light bulbs from the home so neighbors would not see what was happening inside. Santana even wrote messages on the wall in blood saying he wasn't sorry for what he did and even took pictures of himself posing at the crime scene. Now, the state did not pursue the death penalty in Santana's murder trial. Instead, they are only asking for life in prison without the possibility of parole. Live from the Orange County Courthouse, Amanda McKenzie, News 13.